Alright, let's break down the 3 seconds of James Gunn's Superman flying with David Corenswet's face photoshopped onto his body like it's 2015 and Snapchat just rolled out its face filters. The opening shot looks like a GoPro was mounted firmly inside Superman's ass, which is just as uncomfortable for the audience as it was for Corenswet. On the positive side, Superman looks fast. He's got that ICE just deported him by shooting him out of a cannon for being an illegal alien type of speed behind him. One complaint I've heard is that Superman took the long route to the Fortress of Solitude. Instead of taking a straight line, he went over to the ridge. Now what, we can't go the fun route anymore? Give me a break. Okay, so here Superman goes into a single Jonathan Kent death tornado. And this is where the problems really start, and it lies within 2 frames. There was something so off with this spin that I had to break it down frame by frame until I figured it out. It's 2 frames too long before it cuts. It may not sound like much, but filmmaking is a game of inches, and trust me, the ladies understand there is a huge difference within 2 inches.
What, you telling me I gotta drag this friggin' thing across the lawn? Call the neighbors. I want them to see this.
Let me explain. I don't usually throw my bona fides around because the last time I did that, I got accused of going to Eyes Wide Shut parties. I used to work in Hollywood, and the way I got my foot in the door in that town was through editing. That and being a bouncer at Eyes Wide Shut parties. It beat being the janitor, trust me. Never trust a dirty mop after those nights. Anyways, if you don't think 2 frames can make or break your cut, you're dead wrong, buckaroos. I've had many discussions about single frames being added or taken away. A few arguments that actually lasted for days. I didn't forget about the 2 days 1 frame argument, Mark. I was fucking right, you were fucking wrong. End of discussion. Sorry about what happened to your spleen though, dude. And this is what caught me for something being off right away. When we are in the GoPro asshole shot and Superman goes into his twisty McFisty, he leads with his left shoulder going up until the final frame where it's almost parallel to the floor. Smash cut 2, his shoulder facing the top of the rock. He's already completed this motion in the previous cut. Hello, the amateur store called and they're running out of James Gunn. Now, you might call this a nitpick, but I assure you it's not. Most people saw this cut and subconsciously thought something was off and started to wonder if you can catch Down syndrome through a screen. So we go from this to removing the 2 extra frames. There, as you can see, removing the extra frames is just like removing the extra chromosome. Fixes the problem and makes everything go a whole lot smoother. But this problem is just all a setup to the main issue, because the next shot makes the Superman back shot look Oscar-worthy. Smash cut to the shot of Superman flying, and it looks like it was shot through the peephole of your front door. David Corenswet is expressionless like a russet potato ignored by an old woman who's on Social Security. He looks less like Superman and more like a shark.
The shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Yeah, a doll's eyes if you shook it. I can't wait for Superman to use his laser eyes where he hits the bad guy and the fucking moon. Unfortunately for David Corenswet, he's been exposed for having googly eyes, and now people are thinking he played Sloth in the Goonies. The only reason your eyes should look that way when you're Superman is when Wonder Woman says her eyes are up here, but the jiggle physics keep going. If James Gunn was serious about making Superman a hit, he would reshoot this whole movie with Nicolas Cage as Kal-El. Unfortunately for David Corenswet, James Gunn gave us a shot we haven't seen in about 2 weeks and decided to use the widest lens possible, distorting his face even further like it's the 90s again and he's shooting a Busta Rhymes video.
Coming soon, hit you with a boom, give me some room.
And bro took the fun route and isn't even smiling. The happiest he gets is the face you make when your boss is cracking jokes at the 4:45 meeting on a Friday. Already I'm pondering to put this Superman in the garbaggio. And the downgrade from Henry Cavill to David Corenswet is just insane. He's got no sauce, he's got no riz. James Gunn should have brought back Cavill, who has 2 eyes that work. Instead, James Gunn is starting to make Zack Snyder look competent. And for that, James Gunn will be kicked into the bottomless well at the center of Zack Snyder Arena. At first you hate this second shot, but the more you watch it, the more you hate it even more. It honestly makes you think that James Gunn's corneas exploded and his optic nerves were replaced with spaghetti noodles. It's the only explanation why James Gunn has allowed this promotional material to be out there, thinking he cooked. Lastly, there's no reason for the snow to be kicking up in Superman's face. It logically makes no sense, not even stylistically. If they were going for style, James Gunn should have worried more about Corenswet's hair. Superman always had that ultra strength Gorilla Glue hair that kept it in place when he was flying around. So yeah, not entirely sure why Superman is inhaling more snow than Scarface just before his sister begs to have sex with him until you see who's flying in front of Superman. Ah, now Superman's eyes make sense. Do yourself a favor, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more of my award-winning personality to fix your day. Not that I care about it or anything, but I got you. I'm out of here.